Hello students, this is Kanupriya, PGT Geography, and here I am once again with my next video on the very next chapter, which is Human Development. This is the chapter 5th of book 2, India, People and Economy. Dear students, you have learnt about human development concept in your book 1, chapter 4. That is Fundamentals of Human Geography. The difference between these two chapters is that you have learned about human development concept, its various facts and figures related to the world in your book 1, but in this chapter you will study about the various facts and figures related to your own country, that is India. You will understand how different states differ from each other in terms of Human Development Index. How these variations are found in our country, what is the rank of our country in terms of HDI, which state is number 1 in terms of HDI. So various facts you will understand in this chapter related to your country, that is India. And in your book 1 you have understood the various facts related to world and various countries. So let's start the chapter. So before going further, we have to understand what is growth and what is development. And we have to understand what is the difference between growth and development. You know what? Both growth and development refers to the changes over a period of time. But growth is quantitative and development is qualitative. Growth can be positive, can be negative, or can be neutral. But development is always value positive. Development occurs when positive growth takes place. For example, if the country or if the population of a city grows from 1 lakh to 2 lakh over a period of time, we say that the city has grown. However, if facilities like housing, provision of basic services and other characteristics remains the same, then this growth has not been accompanied by development. So basically, development takes into consideration the various qualitative aspects like housing, like education, medical facilities, etc. But growth is quantitative. It is always expressed in terms of numbers or in percentage. However, both growth and development refers to the changes over a period of time. But the basic difference is that growth is quantitative and development is qualitative. And it is not necessary that growth is always accompanied by development. Now we have to understand what is human development. Human development is basically a process of enlarging the people's choices, increasing their opportunities for education, healthcare facilities, empowerment, and covering the full range of human choices from a sound physical environment to economic, social, and political freedom. UNDP is basically an organization. Its full form is United Nations Development Programme, which publishes Human Development Report every year. First time UNDP published its report in the year 1990. The quality of life people enjoy in a country, the opportunities they have, and the freedom that they enjoy are the important aspects of development. The concept of human development was introduced by Dr. Mehboob ul Haq. He was a Pakistani economist. Dr. Haq has described human development as development that enlarges people's choices and improves their lives. Now comes a very important term which is related to human development, that is HDI, which is Human Development Index. Human Development Index is a tool which is used to measure a country's overall achievement in terms of its social and economic dimensions. HDI or Human Development Index is a composite statistic of life expectancy, which is the average lifespan of an individual. Education and per capita income indicators, which is used to rank countries or states into four tiers of human development, that is very high, high, medium, and low human development index or low human development. The Human Development Index is a measure of economic development and economic welfare. So basically, it's a tool which is used to calculate the overall achievement of a particular state or of a particular country. The range of HDI is from 0 to 1. If a country is having 0.983 HDI, then those countries or states will be included in very high human development index. And if a country is having 0.2 human development index, then they will be under low human development countries or states. So this is HDI. Devised and launched by Pakistani economist Mehboob ul Haq in 1990. So the concept of HDI was devised and launched by a Pakistani economist, namely Mehboob ul Haq, in 1990. After that, Amartya Sen and Mehboob ul Haq worked upon the capabilities and functioning which provided conceptual framework. Published by United Nations Development Programme, which is UNDP, that I have already explained to you. Access to resources, health, and education are the key areas in human development. So basically that you have to memorize, that you have to learn that what are the three indicators or the three key areas of human development. So the three key areas or the three indicators of human development are access to resources, health facilities, and education or literacy rate or gross enrollment ratio. So these are the three components or the three indicators or the three key areas of human development. Measuring human development. HDI ranks the countries or the states based on their performance in the key areas of health, education, and access to resources. First one is health. The indicator chosen to assess health facilities is the life expectancy at birth. A higher life expectancy means that people have a greater chance of living longer and healthier lives. So if the country or a state is having higher life expectancy rate, then that country or state must be having good health or medical facilities, because of which they have greater chance of living longer as well as healthier. Second indicator is education, which includes the adult literacy rate and the gross enrollment ratio, which represent access to knowledge. The number of adults who are able to read and write and the number of children enrolled in schools show how easy or difficult it is to assess knowledge in a particular country or in a particular state. So basically, how can we calculate or measure the education facilities in a particular country or a state? We can calculate it with the help of adult literacy rate and gross enrollment ratio. How many adults are there who are able to read and write, and how many children are getting enrolled in schools will help us to assess how easy or difficult is to have knowledge in a particular country or in a particular state. And third one is access to resources. Access to resources is measured in terms of purchasing power, which is calculated in US dollars. So these are the three indicators of human development, that is health facilities, education, and access to resources. Now comes a very important information, and it often comes in your board exams, either to locate or it can come in multiple choice questions also. Which state is number one in terms of HDI, that is Human Development Index? So you have to memorize it, you have to locate it on the political map of India, and which is Kerala. Kerala is the state which is having the highest HDI or Human Development Index. It is having 0.764 HDI. Kerala is number 1 in terms of literacy rate also, which is 93.91%. The life expectancy of Kerala is also very high, that is 74 years. Kerala is number 1 in terms of sex ratio also, which is 1084 females per 1000 males. As in India, it is calculated as number of females per 1000 males. Kerala is the least corrupted state and it is the healthiest and cleanest state. So these facts and figures, you have to memorize it, and moreover you have to do practice to locate the state in the political map of India. Because in your board exam, the question will be coming like this: you have to locate the state with highest sex ratio, or the state with highest literacy rate, or the state with highest HDI, or the lowest HDI. So now comes the state with lowest HDI. Chhattisgarh is the state which is lowest in terms of Human Development Index. That also you have to locate it on the political map of India. If you will practice, you will be able to locate easily when the question will come in your board exams. So this is all for today. If you have any doubt, please come up with your doubts. Thank you so much.